Once again welcome to accountancy class grade 12. So the past three session, so we are discussed about issue of shares for purchase consideration other than cash, isn't it? So the situation when it will arise is whenever the purchase of business or purchase of assets, any service taken by the company. Then we discussed before that issue for cash for different situation, whether it is under subscription or over subscription of shares, especially for over subscription pro rata basis for three alternative, correct? Alternative 1, alternative 2, alternative 3. So now it's a very important session. So whatever discussed about the issue of shares maybe for cash and other than purchase consideration other than cash. The two situations. It's a very important session now going to discuss. It's a very interesting one. What is that? Forfeiture of shares. It's a very important one. So here what is the meaning of forfeiture of shares? Why the name coming for forfeiture? What situation company will take care of the forfeiture of the shares? Now let's see what are the meanings available here. Okay, so what is the meaning of the forfeiture of shares? It's a very important one. It means what? Cancelling the shares for non-payment of calls due. So for example, as a share unit is what? Application 2 rupees, allotment is 3 rupees, first call 2 rupees, second call 3 rupees. So whenever the different structure of the units, suppose what will happen sometimes, the first call and second call, a particular shareholder not in a position to pay the money. Even though company will call the shares, but a particular shareholder still default or non-payment of calls. So what will happen later on, after some period of time, company will take the money for what already paid by the shareholders. For example, application 2 rupees, then allotment 3 rupees. So 2 plus 3, 5 rupees, correct. Then 2 rupees first call, totally 7 rupees. Up to that, company will take that money because the second and final call, the particular shareholder not yet paid. So even the company cannot wait for more number of time, correct? So they want to run the business, they want to collect the money. In the meantime, they will money taken by the company, whatever shares already paid by the shareholder. I understood. So that's what here, the forfeiture of shares is very important one, very interesting one. Okay, that's what very important was. The cancelling the shares, here the meaning is what? Cancelling the shares for non-payment of calls due. Maybe first call or second call, even sometime even allotment due also it will come. At the time of share allotment itself, some shareholder default for payment of allotment, that time also company will consider for the forfeiture of shares. There is only thing when the company go into forfeiture, whether at the time of share allotment or after the first call or after the second call. So later on we can clearly understand the situation when the company go into forfeiture of the shares. Okay. Now the meaning is here very important. Cancelling the shares for non-payment of calls due. Okay, you understood. What is the meaning of forfeiture of shares? Then, so but shares can be forfeited when only if the articles of association of the company allows for future. So, you know already what is the meaning of articles of association, the internal management of the company. So, they will only decide whether to forfeiture or not. That's what here, very important one. Only if the articles of association of the company allows for future. Okay, that is very important here. If any shareholder, again, does not pay the amount of call, the company may exercise the power, this is a very important word, the power to forfeit the shares held by him on which amount of call is not paid. Okay, so this word is very important. Any shareholder does not pay the amount of calls, maybe first call or second call, at the time of called by the company. That it is called up capital. Discussed as on what? Different structure. First authorized capital, issued capital, thereafter subscribed and called up, subscribed but fully called up, not fully called up, correct. Then paid up capital, called up capital. Here, that's what, if any shareholder does not pay the amount of call or calls, the company may exercise the power company may exercise the power to forfeit the shares held by him on which amount of call is not paid. That's why once if articles of association decided that they empower, they can only allow the forfeiture. The company naturally coming for the power to forfeit the shares held by him on which the amount of call is not paid by the particular shareholders. Now understood the meaning of forfeiture of shares. Then the company before forfeiture, that is very important. That so suddenly company cannot forfeiture. They can't do immediately. So here the situation where must first give clear. They given 14 days notice. How many days? 14 days notice to the defaulting shareholder. So they give a time for the company can wait period of some time for collecting the first call or second call. How many days? 14 days. Notice to the defaulting shareholder that unless due is paid, the amount along with the interest, that is very important. The amount along with the interest, if any, by the specified date, the shares shall be forfeited. So here very important point, they give the time, they given the permission, they given the time duration. How many days? 14 days. Notice to the defaulting shareholder, the person who not yet paid by the call money, either first call or second call. So this word is very important. Defaulting shareholder, unless due is paid, the amount along with the interest, if any, by the specified date, here the date, they are given some date, period of time, the shares shall be forfeited. So then only they will go for the forfeiture of the shares. That's why they given some period of notice, 14 days notice to the defaulting shareholder to collect the first call or second call money. So otherwise what will happen? They will collect the whatever amount already they paid, whether application allotment. Right? That's what they are mentioning here. The amount along with the interest, if any, by the specified dates, these shares shall be forfeited. That's why here, situation when the shares can be forfeited. That's why here, the 14 days is very, very important time for the shareholder to give the that default of calls. Okay, that's why this point is very, very important point. Okay, so company immediately not take decision to collect the forfeiture of shares, decided to forfeit the shares. That's why they given some period of notice to the shareholder. At least they can remind the information that please you have to pay. You are not yet paid for the any number of calls, maybe first call or second call. Okay, that's what here. This point is very, very important. Thereafter, if the shareholder still does not pay after your given period of time, 14 days, everything is over. In that situation, if the shareholder still does not pay, the company may forfeit the share. Okay, so then only now company decided to forfeit the share. That's what the shareholder still does not pay after the given period of notice period, 14 days. Okay, so what will happen? The company may forfeit the shares by passing an appropriate resolution. Maybe any special resolution company can pass through articles of association. They can forfeit the shares whoever default. Correct. That's what this point is very important. These 2 points. Then on forfeiture, the shares are cancelled. Yes. Now forfeiture is over. So naturally, what will happen? If whatever the shares already existing shares cancelled. Thereafter, naturally, what will happen? Once the shares are cancelled, that extent share capital can be reduced. Right? This is very important. So whenever the particular shareholder is in default payment, naturally the company unable to get the share capital for the particular shareholder. So naturally what will happen? So any forfeiture, the shares are cancelled. Immediately what will happen? That extent share capital can be reduced so that the amount received by the company is not refunded. Maybe I said no. So whatever the application money paid by the shareholder, any allotment, even first call. Say the default only for the second call. They given the notice period of 14 days also, but they not yet paid. For example, the final they given application is 2 rupees, allotment is 3 rupees, first call 2 rupees, second and final call 3 rupees. Okay. So coming under 10 rupees. So the company will call application after allotment even first call. So they are default of this 3 rupees first and final call. For example, some 500 shareholders. What will happen? They still not yet paid but this 3 rupees. Okay. So how much money company can collect here? This is very important, this point, that's what. The amount received by the company is not refunded. So how much money is not refunded? So naturally 2 rupees, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 7. So into the 7 rupees, what will happen? 0, 35. 3,500 amount what the company already collected, not refunded. Now understood. That's very, very important. This money company will took over after forfeiture of shares. That's right. This is a very important information. Once the forfeiture is happened, so existing money paid by the shareholder, they never get that money. Okay, that's why here at this point, the amount received by the company is not refunded. Now understood. So whatever 3,500 rupees, the company will take over. They never refund that money to the respective shareholders. Okay. That's why finally, after everything is over, forfeiture of the shares, everything is over, after with the articles of association, universal resolution passed, they are given notice period of 14 days, whatever thereafter, once you forfeited, the existing money paid by the shareholder, not refunded by the company. For all the situation, they are going to pass journal entry for forfeiture the shares is passed. Okay, so that's what very important. Journal entry for forfeiting the shares is possible. That's what here in this situation, as a forfeiture of shares, how we are going to pass a journal entry. Now let's see, we are going to learn the journal entries for forfeiture of shares. Okay. So now let's see the forfeitures entries for accounting entries. See, we are going to prepare journal entry for forfeiture of shares. So very important one. You can maybe issue the share at par and at the premium. Now we are first going to discuss share issued at par. How the journal entry will be. See here, share capital account debit. Usually you will credit share capital account. Correct? For example, when you received share application account, bank account data to share application account. Thereafter, so whatever share application, you can transfer to where? Share capital account. So what is journal entry? Share application account data to share capital account. The credited share capital account always. So here what will happen? At the time of forfeiture, you are going to debit share capital account. That is a very, very important. Share capital account is what here? Debited. Correct? So that because what is the reason here? At the time of forfeiture, naturally our share capital is reducing. That's why we are going to debit share capital account, isn't it? Share capital account data. So what is that? Number of shares forfeited. So how many shares are going to forfeited into called up value per share. So up to whether application, allotment, first call. Okay. So up to that first call is called what here? That is called up value per share. That is the money we are going to put it here. We will see how the example with the example. Then what is credited to forfeited shares account? It's very important one. So that's what the meaning here. What is the forfeited shares account? With the amount received on forfeited shares. Understood? So how much money already paid by the shareholder? That money are going to forfeit. Correct? That's what to forfeited shares account. With the amount received on forfeited shares. Understood? Then this one is for default. So naturally any shareholder, they not take paid even share allotment that you want to mention here. To shares allotment account. What is that? With the amount due but not paid on allotment. So default by the shareholder, even share allotment itself. Okay, that is very, very important point here. Then shares calls account. Maybe first call, I can write it here. Maybe first call or second and the final call. Okay, that's what this one. So what is that? With the amount due but not paid on call. Understood? That's what journal entry for share issued at for. According to accounting entries on forfeiture of shares, you can debit share capital account data to forfeited shares account, to shares allotment account, two shares, maybe first call or second and final call account. First call account or second call final account. This what the call may be first call or second call. So nothing but these three is what? It's a default, correct? So here for example, see here, again we will explain here with the help of that. So 500 shareholder, 500 equity shareholders, okay, shareholders. We consider 500 equity shareholder. What is the structure of the unit application? You can write it here. Okay, I can write it here. Application how much? Maybe 2 rupees. Share allotment 3 rupees. Share first call 2 rupees. Share second call 3 rupees. So totally it is 10 rupees. And the nominal value is 10 rupees. So naturally coming under what? Issued at par. So this is the situation. So what will happen? The company, they 500 shares, they applied equity shareholder. So 500, the equity shareholder, they applied. So once the application received, so whoever applied, they allotted. So they supposed to pay 3 rupees, isn't it? Thereafter, first call 2 rupees, second and final call, second and final call, second and final call. So this one is what? Second and final call. Second and final call. So what will happen? So the 500 equity shareholder, they applied 2 rupees, but what happened? Even the default for share allotment, share first call, share second call. So the amount will be going to record here. So automatically share capital reduced. Actually, they called up to how much? Application, see application 2 rupees, share allotment even 3 rupees, first call 2 rupees. So up to that the company called. This is what? This is called up capital. Understood? So this is called up capital. Up to called up. So share first and share final call 3 rupees is default. And up to called even all the calls, so what will happen? The company will call up to share first call, it is called up capital. So that money are going to debit here. For example, we will say how much? So 500, we called up to how much? 7 rupees. Okay, so I debited here 3,500. Right. So my share capital going to reduce how much? 3,500. 500 shares, so up to called up capital, correct? As a number of shares forfeited, are going to forfeit how many shares? Number of shares 500. Called up value up to 7 rupees, 3,500. Understood? So now, how much actually supposed to receive? They receive only, they given only, they applied only 2 rupees only. That's what forfeited shares how much? 500 into 2. So only this is 1,000 rupees. Company will take out that money. They never refunded that 1,000 rupees. So shares allotment default how much? Again 500 into 3 rupees. Correct? How much? 1,500. Understood? Thereafter, up to called up only, first call only. They are default. Okay. So maybe here I will consider up to they call first call. Okay. So first call default how much? 500 into 2. How much? 1,000. Okay. Now you total all this 1,000, this 1,500, this 1,000 rupees. You will get 3,500 debit. Now understood? So accordingly, you are going to record the transaction whenever share forfeited. Here, very important point is what? See, on forfeiture, this point is very important. Okay, this point is very, very important. That's what? On forfeiture, share capital account, this one, share capital account is debited. How debited? Debited with the called up amount up to the date of forfeiture. So how much you actually called up? 7 rupees is what? Called up. So after that called up, only I consider, not entire 10 rupees. That's what I am mentioning here. Here amount to the date of forfeiture. Called up amount up to the date of forfeiture and not by the nominal face value of share. not by the 10 rupees. You understood now? So here, not 10 rupees. We will consider up to the date of rupees what? How much? 7 rupees. You understood? So with the example about this, you can able to understand the forfeiture of shares, especially shares issued at par. That is very, very important. Okay, you have to be very careful whether shares issued at par, however the accounting entries will be on forfeited shares, then share issued at premium. First we are going to discuss accordingly issued at par. Understood? This is the journal entry. It's a very, very, very important one. Now let's move for, suppose even we can mention instead of the first call, we will only discuss the calls and arrears, correct? Suppose calls and arrears is given, how we are going to pass the entry. Now let's see how the journal entry will be. Okay. So now let's see in this example, suppose calls and arrears is maintained, how the journal entry will be, and calls and arrears not maintained, how the journal entry will be according to forfeiture of shares. Okay, let's see the example here. See, 1,000 equity shares of 10 each are forfeited for non-payment of first call. Very important one. So non-payment of first call. So at the time of first call, the shares are forfeited. How many shares? 1,000 shares. Okay, understood. 1,000 shares. Face value is what? Now 10 rupees. This one. So number of shares forfeited is 1,000. Nominal face value is 10 rupees. Okay. So when they forfeited at the time of non-payment of first call, the amounts payable were structure they given. 3 on application, 3 on allotment, 2 on first call. So and the balance may be naturally how much? 2 rupees on second and final call. Now how the journal entry will be? Suppose if calls and arrears account is maintained, how the entry will be? Now let's pass journal entry. So what is the entry? As you know, share capital to be debited. So share capital account data. So how much are going to debited? Up to called up capital. See how many shares going to forfeit? 1,000 into how many rupees you are going to forfeit? Whether 10 rupees? No. How much? So 3 on application, correct? So how much called up? So 3 on, so application is how much? 3. Allotment, how much? 3. First call, 2. Totally how much? 8 rupees. So what is the called up amount? 8 rupees. So that is the amount only you are going to mention here. Should be very careful. Not 10 rupees. Okay. Because second call not yet called by the company. So up to the first call, what happened? 1,000 shareholders not paid by the first call. Okay. Up to that only you want to make it share capital should be debited. So now what is share capital? 8 rupees. So what's the amount here? 8,000. Okay. Then to share forfeited how much? Share forfeited account. How much? So as you know 1,000, the particular shareholder, they paid application 3 rupees. Thereafter even allotment also 3 rupees they paid. So only default first call. So how much the company forfeited the amount? Naturally 3 plus 3, 6 rupees. Okay, so that's what your share forfeited account. Then what is the default here? Share first call. So you are maintaining calls in arrears account. You want to mention here what? Being calls in arrears. Calls in arrears account. So calls in arrears account, isn't it? So calls in arrears account, how much? The 2 rupees. This 2 rupees. So 1,000 into 2,000. You understood the entry? So narration we are going to write. So what is the narration here? So what is the narration? We are going to record it here. Being 1,000 shares forfeited. Being 1,000 shares forfeited for non-payment of first call. Correct? First call. Non-payment of first call. Okay. So anyway, I will clean this one. Okay. So what is the narration? Being 1000 cells forfeited for non-payment of first call. So up to here. Okay. So should be being 1000 cells forfeited for non-payment of first call. So whenever calls in the arrears account maintained, you want to show calls in the arrears account. See, earlier you debited, isn't it? So now you are credited. That is the idea here. So share capital account debtor 8,000. Now 8,000, 1,000 into 8. Here 1,000 into 8. If you mention only, you can able to understand. So very very important. 1,000 into 8. This is 8 rupees is what? Up to called up money. Correct? Up to called up share. Then 2 shares forfeited account. This 6,000 rupees. How? 1,000 into 6. We call up to amount paid by the particular shareholder. Number of shareholder, how much? 1,000 shareholder. They paid application. They paid allotment money. That's 6 rupees. The company will take over that money. So this is the default. When you maintain calls in arrears account, you want to mention here to calls in arrears account 2,000. Understood? Suppose the calls in arrears is not maintained. How the journal entry will be? Very simple. Same share capital account debtor. See, share capital account debtor. How much? 8,000. Okay. Two shares forfeited. 2 share 10 rupees. 2 shares forfeited account. Forfeited account. How much? 6,000. Again now 8,000. 1,000 into 8 here. Here 1,000 into 6. So here suppose calls and arrears is not maintained. Suppose calls and arrears not maintained, how the journal entry will be. That is very very important here. We can mention what? Share first call. You mention, you specify the specified call name itself. Share first call account. How much? Same 1,000 into 2,000. Okay, narration same narration. So narration will be never changed. Being 1,000 same narration. Being 1,000 shares forfeited for non-payment of first call. You understood now? This one. Okay, you know why you are debited share capital? To reduce the share capital value for particular forfeited shares. That's why here should be very careful. Not 10 rupees you are debited, only 8 rupees, because up to the money value only the company called up. I understood. Share capital account at 8,000, 2 share forfeited account 6,000, 2 share first call account 2,000. So the changes only here only. So here only the changes. Correct. So here only the changes. Suppose when we are maintaining calls and arrears account, you want to show calls and arrears account, because earlier we debited calls and arrears account. Now for rectify, we want to credit now calls and arrears account. So here, as usual, which call is default, we can mention clearly the particular call, whether it may be first call or second call. I have understood the example about when calls and arrears is maintained or not maintained. Understood? Now we are going to discuss another example, different cases, how the journal entry for forfeiture of shares. Okay. So now with the help of the one illustration, you can clearly understand for different cases how the journal entry will be whenever for forfeiture of shares. Now let's see one example here. So XY Limited issued 5,000 equity shares of 10 each at par. So here the shares issued at par, payable on what? On application 2 rupees, application 2 rupees, allotment 3 rupees, then first call 3 rupees. Thereafter, second and final call 2 rupees. So total comes to around 10 rupees. This is the structure of the share unit value. Then Mr. X was allotted how many shares? 40 shares. Okay. So give necessary journal entries relating to the forfeiture of shares in each of the following alternative cases. Okay. Now we are going to discuss for different cases. You can clearly understood how the journal entry we are going to pass on forfeiture of shares. Okay. Now the case number 1. If Mr. X failed to pay allotment money and his shares were forfeited. So this word is very important. His shares were forfeited when failed to pay allotment money. So at the time of allotment money itself, X is a default shareholder. How many shares? 40 shares. Okay. So now let's see how we are going to process journal entry. Okay. So what is the case 1? First one. Case number 1. What is the entry? Share capital account. Isn't it? Share capital account. Data. How many shares are going to forfeit? 40 shares. Correct. That's what the X hold 40 shares. Okay. So in the bracket, number of shares going to forfeit 40 shares into what is the called up value? Here the important meaning when you are going to forfeit. That's why this word is very important. The shares were forfeited when? Whenever Mr. X failed to pay allotment money itself. At the time of allotment money itself, you are going to forfeit. Okay. So now for that, how much you are going supposed to call? Maybe 2 rupees they can call. Then 3 rupees allotment they call. So only here at the time of allotment money 3 rupees, the X is unable to pay share allotment money. Correct. So default holder for allotment money. Now what is the called up value here? Called up value here is what? 3, 2 plus 3, 5 rupees. Okay. So here 5 rupees. How? 2 plus 3. For understanding, you can see discuss here. So how much? Totally share capital debited how much? 200 rupees. 2. So hereafter, how you are going to pass a journal entry for easy understanding, for easy recorded purpose here. What's the default here? Share allotment is default. How many shares? 40 shares. What's the default value? 3 rupees. That you are going to write first here. 2 share allotment account. How much? 40 into this 3 rupees is the default value. So particular allotment money, the shareholder, how many shares? 40 shares, X is a holder. The 40 shares is not yet paid even though share allotment money called. So what is the value? 3 rupees. Okay. So how much? 120. So now how much are going to forfeit? Actually how much they paid? They paid only 3 rupees to 2 rupees only, isn't it? How much? 80 rupees. That's what here. We are going to write it here. Share forfeited. Share forfeited account. How much? Only 2 rupees only. The X given for 40 shares. That money taken by the company, isn't it? So 40 into 2 rupees. Okay, 80 rupees. Now you will see debit and credit, both sides will be clear. So what is the journal entry? So very here, journal entry, before journal entry, the situation is very important. What is the situation here? At the time of failed to pay allotment money, his shares were forfeited. Here, should be very careful when the shares are forfeited. What situation? At which level? Here, even allotment level itself, shares are forfeited. Okay, that's why it's very important. Here, they are going to write what? Being 40 shares are forfeited. What? Non-payment of share allotment money. Forfeited for non payment of share allotment money. Share allotment. Okay, that's what the narration for the case number 1. The case number 1 is what? It's a very interesting one. At the time of share allotment itself, the X, who is the owner of 40 shares, not paid share allotment money. So they are going to forfeit. Share capital account 200, 40 into 5. So the 5 I mentioned here, 2 plus 3. Okay, so up to 5 rupees is a called up capital. So share allotment account is a default. How much? 40 into 3, 120. So how much money company took over? That's what here. To share forfeited account 80 rupees. 40 into 2, 80. Understood? Case number 1. Now go for the case number 2. If Mr. X failed to pay allotment money and on his subsequent failure, not only allotment money, he failed to pay allotment money, not only allotment money, on his subsequent failure to pay first call, his shares were forfeited. See here the word is very very important. When he called up to first call, so then we are going to forfeit. That's why the situation is very very important. Here at the time of share allotment, shares are forfeited. Here at the time of first call, shares are forfeited. That's why the word is very very important. When the shares are going to forfeit, accordingly we are going to pass forfeiture entry. Okay, this case is 2 here is what? Not only share allotment, our first call also. So I will change it very simply here. See here, we are going to simply for the how we are going to pass the journal entry here. Okay, so this is our case number 2. Okay, this is our case number 2. Share capital as it is. Here only you can add what? Another. We are going to add what? Another first call. That is up to called up money, isn't it? So application 2 rupees, allotment 3 rupees, and up to first call 3 rupees. Totally how much? 8 rupees. So plus 3. So here become 8 rupees. So if you write like this, you can clearly understood for the called up share easily. Otherwise what will happen? Become confused. How the amount came here? Nominal face value is 10 rupees, but here share capital you are writing different amount, correct? So 2 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 8. So how much here? 240 is the debited in share capital account. Now share allotment, as you know already, 120, isn't it? 120. Okay. Thereafter, what is the default here? Our share, you can write it here. So second default is share first call. So what is our share first call? To share first call account how much? 40 into first call is how much? Here first call is 3 rupees. So 3. So 120. Okay. So as you know, how much company can forfeit? They given only 2 rupees only as application, correct? They default for allotment also 120, not paid to pay the particular shares, 40 shares. Again first call is also 120, not paid by the company. So what is our shares forfeited? 2 shares forfeited. Account you know how much? 40 into 2 rupees. See 80. Okay. Now we will check it. Tally 0, 8 plus 2 here. Sorry. Share first call 120, isn't it? Share allotment account 40 into 3 120. Share first call also 40 into 3 120. So how much shares are going to forfeit? Okay, that is here it's wrong multiplication. So 40 into 8 how much? 320. That's why the confusion. Okay, see here. Now understood. Because 8 rupees up to called up, 2 rupees application, 2 rupees share allotment, share first call 3 rupees. Okay, so 40 into 8, 320. Now 2 share allotment, default 120, share first call account, default 120. Now 2 shares forfeited account 80. So 40 into 2. Narration being 40 shares are forfeited for non-payment of share allotment money and share first call. We are going to add that. Second situation, first call also default. That's why this amount is very important. This three amount, correct? Non-payment of share allotment money and share first call. Share first call. Understood? The second situation. Here at the time of share first call, the company going to forfeit. So for that, we have passed the journal entry. Share capital account 320, 40 into 8, 320. To share allotment account 120. To share first call account 120. Then to shares forfeited account. That is the amount taken by the company. How much? They given only 2 rupees. 40 into 2, 80 rupees. Company took over. That's why 2 shares forfeited account. Okay. So narration being 40 shares are forfeited for non-payment of share allotment money and share first call. What account? Share first call money. Now understood. Case number 2. Now the case number 3. If Mr. X failed to pay the first call and on his subsequent failure to pay the final call, his shares were forfeited. So here case number 3, at the time of final call, the company going to forfeit. Okay. Now let's see how the journal entry will be. Now we can make what is the called up? Here everything called, isn't it? Everything called. So naturally all the money called up. That's what I am going to add. How much? Final call 2 rupees. Totally how much it will come? 2 plus 3, 5, 8, totally 10. So the entire 10 rupees company called up. Correct. Because at the time of final call only, company going to forfeit. That's why here the called up is what? Total 10 rupees. That's why I am bracket I written. So here 40 into 10, 400. Okay. So here share allotment won't come. Here only it will come what? Share first call and final call only default, isn't it? So first call and now see. Share first call. Share first call account to share second final call account. So as a first call, you know, what's the default? 40 into 3 rupees. Correct. First call 3 rupees. So 40 into 3, 120. Okay. So 40 into 3, 120. Thereafter, share second and final call. 40 into 3, 120. So share forfeited how much? So they given 2 rupees they paid, correct? 3 rupees they paid. Totally how much the company took over? 5 rupees, correct? So here it changed. So 40 into 3, 120. Here 40 into 3. First call 3 rupees, correct? Second call 2 rupees. So here 2 rupees. This one. Second call is for 2 rupees. Okay, so 2 rupees. So 80. So shares forfeited how much? They paid application 2 rupees. They paid allotment money 3 rupees. So totally 5 rupees. So now the company took over each side 5 rupees. So 200 rupees they go into forfeit. So 40 into 5 rupees. Here. Correct. So here 40 into 2. A second call. Here shares forfeited how much? 40 into 5. So coming under 200 rupees. So understood. So why 5 rupees? Application they paid. Allotment they paid 5 rupees. The only default is what? Share first call 120. Share second and final call 80 rupees. So that's what the share going to forfeit the 200 rupees, 40 shares for 5 rupees for application and the share allotment. With this 200 rupees, company took over. That's what 2 shares forfeited account. Narration, being 40 shares are forfeited for non-payment of share first and the final call. Share first. Share first. Call money and share final call money. The narration is very, very important, isn't it? So being 40 shares are forfeited for non-payment of share first call money and share second call or final call money. So default. That's what the third situation. It's a very important one. The company forfeited how much? 200 rupees because they paid application money 2 rupees, share allotment money 3 rupees, up to 5 rupees. That's what the value is very important. Then here, as usual, default share first call 120, share second call only 2 rupees. Okay, so 80 rupees. Now understood how the journal entry, these three situation is very, very, very important. That's what this illustration, when you keeping on watch the video, definitely you can understood. Maybe the first situation, the time of allotment itself, the company going to future. Second situation, allotment also default, share first call also default. Third cases, allotment money, first call and second call is default. Therefore, here your share forfeited value will be different. Right. So initially, share how much forfeited? Only 2 rupees, 80 rupees. Thereafter how much? So only 2 rupees for application only forfeited, case number 1. Case number 2, they forfeited only how much? Again, 80 rupees, correct. So case number 2, how much? Again, 80 rupees. Only the again share application money we got it because we failure to pay share allotment and the first call. Case number 3, how much is company going to forfeit? 200 rupees because the company given application money 2 rupees, share allotment 3 rupees, totally 5 rupees. That's why in 3 situations, how the share forfeited account are going to show. Then very important, how we are going to show share capital account. First case how much, second case how much, third case how much. That's what's very, very important for this illustration. You can able to understand very clearly for the important reading forfeiture of shares, especially accounting entry on forfeiture of shares for shares issued at par. Okay, so I hope that you understood for these illustrations. You can able to understood. Our next session we are going to discuss same for the share forfeited shares when shares issued at premium. Okay, so thank you very much.